Okay, so we're talking about transitioning properties. And so when you hit the 60-day mark out, you already have a mover in place. You already have a mover for your equipment and a moving company and an idea of how your furniture relocation and furniture is going to go. So next you need to think about your employees and how you're communicating internally. And so everybody will need to know how the move is going to work. They'll need to know where they are going. They'll need to know what they take with them and how the packing process is going to work with the movers. And so you'll need to think about labeling and totes and work with your mover to come up with a plan so that you have a map that's color-coded so everybody knows what goes where. Next, you'll want to think about telecom, IT, servers, everything that has to do with low voltage wiring, knowing that you need a seamless transition with IT. And so you cannot afford to have servers be down, to have any type of client work be affected. And so that's a time to play out your timeline with your IT vendor. Additionally, at 60 days, you'll want to think about making sure you have end dates for some of your vendors. So think of things that are related to the building you're moving out of and start dates for things for your building that you're moving into. So that could be pest control. Again, that could be security. That could be insurance, licenses. Think of anything that's related to the operations of your business. So that could be with the federal government or with the local county, or any licenses that need to be in place for food, for life science, and anything that requires additional licensing or has additional regulation. At the 60-day mark, you'll also want to think about your marketing materials and anything having to do with your address. So your address on your website, on your business cards, on any stationery, or on any postcards, or any other marketing collateral that's public, that's in the public domain, and start making sure you've assessed all your marketing assets, and then anything else that's administrative that requires a change of address. At 60 days, you'll also want to think about planning any announcements. This goes right off the heels of changing addresses. So announcements could be for your grand opening. It could be for letting everybody know that you moved. It could be on your email signature. So anything that requires planning and announcements, you'll want to start moving at 60 days. Additionally, you'll want to think about all operating systems in the building. So plumbing, lighting, air conditioning. Not only the electricity is in your name, that everything's functioning. And that's a great time to go through troubleshooting. So if there's any systems that don't work and there's an opportunity to get your landlord to come in and make repairs so that it is operational when you move in, that sure is better to do it 60 days out than the day of your move. And then lastly, you'll want to think with your mover just to double check how many totes, double check any like cartons or containers or just everything having to do with physical supplies that are needed for your move. 60 days out is a great time to double check and confirm.